one second.
So, Miss Maria,
Yeah.
do you agree to be coachable and open
Yes.
and very present? Sit up straight. Don't lean back. Don't be. What's your animal?
My animal.
Yes.
Yeah, I did take your choice.
What's your animal?
My animal is an elephant.
Good. Explain that to me.
An elephant is like has different characteristics. Depends a little bit. It can be very playful.
Mm-hmm.
It is also somebody who likes to take care of the herd. As the mother elephant of the group, she makes sure that everybody in the herd is looked after and stays together. And that's something that I often do. Yeah.
Okay. Do you guys notice what happened when she said elephant? She stopped being this little shy little ant. She stopped moving away from me. She stopped moving away from herself. She stepped into an image. And I know people go, well, why would that be important? Because you just embodied that.
Mm-hmm.
And I love the fact that you picked up on that it's someone who takes, can I actually sit in this picture with you? Hello. Yeah, I can. You know, nice, even better. All right, that's kind of cool. Take that out of the picture because I don't know what I'm seeing. All right, so what you just did when you said, because one of the exercises we had everyone do, and I always have people do this, you know, your brain operates on such a different level than you realize.
Mm-hmm.
It just does. You take it for granted, but you have no idea how this thing works, how it stores memory, how it messes with you, how it helps you, how it does. It's always busy doing whatever it does. Maria, slow down. Relax.
She's looking forward to her animal.
That's okay. But it works for you, it works against you, it keeps you alive. It's a funny thing. But all the little, so if you can get some of the house in order without realizing what you're doing. So I have everyone, and whenever I coach them in business, I have them pick an animal. And it's very interesting to see what someone will choose. Mm-hmm. I guess there's a thing on the internet where you can go, what kind of animal am I? People come, oh, look, the internet says I'm this. I'm like, I don't know what the internet said. Mm-hmm. What resonates with you? And then what do you want to be? So you initially said she wanted to be an ant. She's an ant. Mm-hmm. An ant. Now, an ant can be the only animal that can carry 400 times its weight in something. Mm-hmm. But I'm looking at you as she's a little bit timid, and the ant is this little thing. Mm-hmm. Busy bee working. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Not my image for you.
That's why I choose it, yeah.
So we said elephant, and everyone on the call was like, oh, it's my milk. But when you just came in, what you just concluded for you, mm-hmm. and say it again to everybody, what does an elephant represent to you?
An elephant represents for me that it's especially the mother elephant for the herd is the leader who keeps the whole group together.
Okay, very, very important. I like the word for you, leader. So that's what she came out of this with. That's amazing. So you have this visualization. I would like to see a picture. Did you bring one?
I forgot my little toy. I have one at home.
Okay, not a toy. I actually want you to
go
to
I have a picture at home too, and I forgot it.
Okay, mm-hmm. Now, so let me tell you something. You forget what's least important to you. Mm-hmm. Show up, grow up. Mm-hmm. You didn't forget it. Part of your brain didn't believe it. Didn't think it was as important as I know it to be. Yeah, and that's all it comes down to. Mm-hmm. And that's the level of taking responsibility. Mm-hmm. And it's funny when you, so let me ask you a question, Ms. Maria, what do you do for a living?
For my living, I don't want to talk what I do for my living.
Yeah.
Because that's not what I want to do.
Okay, what do you do for a living?
For a living, that is at the moment, paying my bills is my job.
Which is what?
I'm an accounting manager for a private company, taking care of the financial side with 6 other people.
Okay, go to another page before you diss everything that you've done for a living. What are your skill sets? What are you good at? Write them down. What are you good at? Tell me.
Skill set?
Yeah, what do you do? Well,
I like to, I'm good at motivating people.
Okay, so one, you're good at motivating people.
Two, I'm good in organizing things that need to happen. And I have the big picture of things that need to happen and can pull the strings.
Okay, good big picture. Okay. And you know how much money you make every year?
And I know how much money I make every year. Yeah.
Okay, so that's a number that you know. I don't need to see the number, but you know the number, right? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How much different would you like that number to be?
If that could be maybe, okay, to begin with, 5 times. But at the end, I want to have it at least 10 or 15 times.
Okay, do you know what it would take to get you there?
I know what it will take to get me there, but with the way what I'm doing right now, I'm not getting there. Okay. Because my time is split, too much time on the job, and the time that I have available for the business or what I really want to do, my mind is...
What do you really want to do?
What I really want to do is, I want to be a person that career women who have worked for 30 years and want to get out of their job and want to live a happy life, that I want to hire to help them find their purpose in life, and to, at the same time, generate great income so that they can live a happy and healthy life.
How are you going to do that? How are you going to do that?
Coach them.
Okay. So to be a coach, that's a very valid thing. Okay, so I plan on being a coach, right? Okay. Do you know what it takes to run a coaching business?
I think I do. I need to develop certain programs that I can offer.
Okay, do we see how, look at Brittany shaking her head. It's very, very ethereal. So one, let's write down, again, this is the side of people of codependency. One, I need a program. I need to develop, I need a program. Got it? Don't overthink this. This program is already out there. I need a program that works for me, right?
Exactly.
Then what's the next thing you need?
I need to be out and visible with my vision.
No, bullshit. I need to network. Write it down. I need to network. It's not, we're going to take your languaging and make it much smaller.
Okay.
It's much more direct.
Okay.
I need to network. So I have to have the networking skills.
Right.
I understand how to close. I need business cards.
Ooh,
I need
yeah. Oh, God. You see, that's the big issue. Sales.
No, it's not. None of this. That's not the big issue unless you say it's the big issue.
Right.
Right now, there's issues. You don't have a business. You don't have a program. There's a lot of issues.
There's a lot of issues. Yeah.
So let's go back to, and by the way, if you believe that closing is an issue, don't do this business.
Okay. Okay.
Because if you can't close, you're not a coach, because you'll have no clients, you'll have no sales, and you don't leave your job. So how about we unmake that, that's not the issue.
No, the issue I think I can close, but.
The secret to closing is you have something that somebody else wants. Do you have something somebody else wants?
Yes.
Then close them into your vision. Done. Stop making it so much more than it is. It's not over there. It's actually very simple to do those things. And lots of people less talented than you make a very nice living. But you're overthinking it. You have a book? A book?
Plenty of books, yeah.
You have a book that you haven't written yet?
No, there was not a book in the planning. I'm writing a chapter in a book with other people.
Yes, you are.
Yes.
Well, okay. So the answer is yes, I'm working.
Okay.
So, you know, one of the things is Maria went through Forbes Factor. And when you did, which is one of the reasons I really liked Forbes Factor, what were the top 3 things you got out of that program?
First of all, I was able to overcome one of my biggest beliefs, that I always have to play second fiddle, which I don't have to. I can be who I am and show that to people.
Because you have a twin brother.
I have a twin brother, yeah.
Well, the crazy thing is we don't know that sitting here. So for her to get over that was really exciting because he's not here.
No.
But in your head, you kept playing second fiddle. What else did you get out of it?
Then I know that I have to step up and show people that I have an opinion and that is worth listening to.
And it is. Good, because elephants don't meekly walk into any room.
No.
They're there.
Yeah.
So I want you to kind of be an elephant there. I really want you to be, I want you to be bigger.
Okay, yeah.
And talk less.
Yes, so the elephant is a good picture for me because it will encourage me to be bigger as who I am.
Okay, so I understand her why because we played together. I watched your face when you read the thing about playing small. So you've been there, And what I love about what Maria is doing is she's representing all the women who were like her.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to take them, give them your skill set to move forward.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, got it? So the business is a coaching business
Mm-hmm.
that will generate money,
Mm-hmm.
have clients,
Mm-hmm.
and you've got a book and a material. So what we're going to build for you today, online, and it's what I need you to be thinking about, is why you, that's 10 minutes, good. Why you? Why are you a coach? Why do I want to listen to you? In one sentence.
Because my experience to get out of a corporate job and to become a person that can live the lifestyle that I want, helping other people, because that's my legacy. I don't have a legacy with children and all that kind of stuff. There's many other legacies, but I want to be able to empower.
Not want to. Okay, so stop saying this. What does my pen say? What is my pen? My pen says right there. Can I have my pen for a second? What does it say?
Begin with the end in mind. So I want to.
No, not I want.
I inspire.
No, Miss Maria, you're on the right path. But now I need you to be already successful. Okay, you have, close your eyes for a second. You have a coaching business. Mary, not just yet. No, not just yet. Please, can you wait on that? I would cut there. I want you to say to me, Forbes, I have $100,000 a year coaching business that does X, Y, and Z. Here's what we do. And I've come to you because I want to 10X that business. Go.
Okay. Forbes, I have a 100,000 coaching business that inspires career women to get out of the.
Love that. I love that. Okay, write that down. Inspires career women. Write that down. That's a great thing. Keep going.
To get out of their 9 to 5 and find a purpose in life to live their dream life.
Write that down. To get out of their boring 9 to 5.
Okay, boring. That's nice.
Keep going. Whatever you just said, and some people keep going. Whatever it is you said, no, write it down.
Yeah, I have it here.
No, but I like how you're writing it here.
Okay.
I have a $100,000 business that inspires women to get out of the boring 9 to 5 job.
Yeah.
To allow them to live. Keep writing.
Live a life on purpose.
Live a life on purpose.
And generate great income.
And generate 6 figures.
Oh, 6 figures.
Because if you're not building, we keep writing, because if you're not building your dream, you're building someone else's dream. Write that down. Mm-hmm. Because part of the ClickFunnels we're going to do is a little video. You need to be able to say that. So, hi, my name is Maria. I've spent my entire life devoted to corporations. The truth is, if you're not building your dream, you're building someone else's. I not only did that, but I don't even have children. That's how devoted I was to my job. The truth is, it wasn't my dream. It wasn't as fulfilling as I'd hoped. I have shifted my life, and now my mission, write this down, my mission is to coach you to live your best life possible. Is that it? Yeah. So see, when you stop saying I want, but you already have, that is what you begin with.
It's different.
And you come from an elephant. Let me tell you something, this is what I do. Now, this is what I want to do. I don't know if I should. There's a strength to success. When a successful person walks in the room, their confidence shows up before they do. Somebody write that down. That was beautiful. When a successful person walks in the room, their confidence shows up before they do. My daughter asked me yesterday, she says, Mom, how is it when you walk into a room, you just take over, even if you don't have a sponge in your hand? People stop and they listen to you. How do you do that?
She does it at the grocery store too.
Well, and I think you do it because you have a mission that's more important than your own stuff. And this is really important for my network marketers out there. You got to stop selling. It's the most pathetic thing in the world. Every person that you see is obviously a prospect, wherever you are. But if you prospect and going, hey, can I ask you a question? Do you do this? It's the most annoying, shallow thing I've ever seen. That's why we do not, as a group, like network marketers. The truth is, You need my vitamins. You might need you need that's why we buy things. You go to the grocery store or the department store, and you buy something in every category. From automotive to bed linens to skincare. That's what we already do. What I'm trying to understand by actually being your friend or enrolling you is to see if what I'm offering fits into your world or how I can shift your mindset. But please don't be that little nitpicky, hey, you want to make $100,000? The way that network marketers do it is so painful. You agree? It's very off-putting. But if you have a great product, doesn't everybody just want it?
Okay, yeah.
So be a great product. Have a great product, and people will show up. Nice, I love that. Let's do a round of applause. Maria! Thank you. Our next Maria, come sit.
I have so much notes and I'm not following these
Good. Well, so she just said, I have so much notes, I don't need anything. Both of those are right answers. You know, one of the things about Forbes Riley's Business Mastery is it's not one size fits all. Right. So I don't have any idea what we're going to say, but I do know the outcome because I begin with the end in mind. It's going to be exactly what she needs at this moment. So hello, Miss Maria.
Hello.
What do you do for a living?
I work in the psychotherapy world. I'm sorry, I got nervous.
So let me ask a question for a second. First, I think you may need less hair. I don't know now, but I think you hide behind your hair. I think it's beautiful, but she also went through Forbes Factor. What did you get out of Forbes Factor?
I shared things that I never shared before in public. I mean, I shared, well, the way I did.
And how did that feel?
It felt really good. And I shared that, I learned that I'm here for a purpose and I have a story. I didn't think I had a story. So.
It's a big story. It's why you do what you do.
Yeah. Yeah.
So can you just share with me? So she shared a very personal story. Something very bad happened, okay? Some bad things happen to a lot of people. But you hadn't shared it. You did. And here's my question. Did the world fall apart and you told other people?
No, it didn't. I thought I was in fall apart.
But you didn't. The world didn't end by sharing it. But what happened was you got healthier.
Yes, I did. And
that's important for you guys to hear because this is one of the things about Forbes Factor. Every one of us has got a secret. We got deep, dark shit that happened to us. And I say that in some of the worst ways. I've heard stories that would make your hair stand on end. The universal truth that I've come to understand is that when you have the courage and a support group to share it out to the world, to get it out from your heart, your head, and your dark corner, your secret little cabin where nobody can find that secret because they'll never know that somebody touched me when I didn't want to be touched or somebody hurt me or whatever it was, and you seem to let it out, you feel better.
Yes. But and then also I learned to connect something that I didn't say when everything was going on. I told you in private. Before I was born, my mom didn't want me. So she tried to abort me and she gave me away to one of her sisters when I was born. I haven't asked my mom if she's ever been molested herself, but because she blames us for getting molested. That's a whole different story. But, you know, it makes sense because if she got molested herself, she probably didn't want to have girls. And she had 3 girls. She didn't want girls.
So one of the things that we learned in my class, and this is my specific teaching, and it goes against some people's belief, I do not believe in my heart that you have the power to forgive anybody. I don't think it's your place. I do believe in higher power, and I think at some point you get that all of forgiveness is way beyond us. I do believe that you need to understand as a human being that every single person does the very best they can at that moment. If somebody is hitting you, that is unfortunately the very best that they can do at that moment. Now, your choice is to fight back, stay, run, continue to take it. That's your choice. Again, grow up. Your choice. If you choose to stay in an abusive relationship, it is not the abuser's fault. I mean, you hear stories of the little kid, the 17 kids who are all chained up, and one finally jumped out of the window. They actually went out in public many times. They had a moment at any point to do something. Now, it doesn't mean it wouldn't take an incredible amount of courage, but you can't blame the person keeping you if you have these opportunities. But then you come to understand that, wow, if that's the best that they could do, they are really suffering as well. Can you forgive that? No, but you can go, wow, that sucks. I don't want to be anywhere near that anymore. And I won't do that kind of behavior. I'll seek to help to get out of it. But it's a different level of responsibility when you stop blaming other people for your stuff. It's not your twin brother's fault that you feel this way. It's not. It's not your mother's fault. It's your fault. Because you put any two people in the exact same situation and they both choose different things. That's what you need to know. Your decision about how you react is your choice. And I got to tell you, it is a rude, eye-awakening, grown-up thing to go, wow. Wow. You actually have a choice to wake up happy every day or wake up pissed off. You have the ability to change your own state, to change your mind at any moment. Now, I understand. I've been in the depths of darkness where you go, I wish I could change it. Well, then just do it. So a lot of how you react to things is behaviors that you've learned. So I love what you just said about your mom. And you don't have to necessarily talk about it. If it will make you feel better. But sometimes the truth doesn't actually make you feel better. That's huge. Sometimes the truth doesn't make you feel better. So when I was a little kid, I'd make up lots of lies to feel better, or lots of dreams, or lots of stories. Sometimes that might be where you need to go in your brain. One of the things that I do, and I do this in a private session only, is I replace memories. I'm a magician. I love doing magic tricks. I love how the brain works. In my mind, your brain is organized like a file. Like you have a file, it's funny because I talk about a computer screen. You can look at a computer screen and see the little thumbnails. You can see them all on the side in big pictures, or you can see just the data. That's how your brain works. So you can take out a file or remove a file or change it. And one of the first times I discovered this, I had no training. I just don't know why I wanted to do it. This must have been 20 years ago. Sitting with a woman who's telling a horrible story about her mother. And I said, it's funny because at this moment, I don't know if that story is real. I don't know, you're telling me a story. I wasn't there, and you weren't at this age either, so you don't even know if it's real. I said, tell me a story as though your mother's what's her favorite actress? She's Meryl Streep. I said, tell me a story as though your mom's Meryl Streep. And she told me this beautiful story about, getting up and getting on movie sets and hanging out with all these, how wonderful it was. And I said, stop for a second. You know what's really weird about those two stories? I don't know the difference listening to them. They both could have been true. Well, if they both could have been true, maybe you start telling yourself a different story. So what happens, you keep playing this over, this tape. I'm this way because my mom, fuck it, erase the tape. And I think that's not a bad session for you as a psychotherapist, and that's what you do. Is erase this tape. Who's your favorite actress? Who's your favorite woman in the world? Who do you just love as a woman?
You.
It's true because that's why we're here.
It's very funny because one of my business partners' son, who's 12 years old, Paul, sitting at dinner the other night. He looks at me and he's like, my mom, I wake up every morning and I would bring you flowers because you're just so wonderful. And I said to my daughter, you stop thinking on your mom. She's amazing.
So
then my daughter, this is my last.
The sound just went down.
The sound went down?
Yeah.
Can you guys not hear us? This is important.
All right. Now I
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. It may not hurt if you could hook your mic up to your phone. Up to your computer.
Oh, you don't give me that microphone back. Because I'm kind of busy talking, not listening to everyone else at the moment. So that might be a good.
And your voice went low, and so
Yeah,
that's
that's
probably
did it?
why they-
yeah.
Oh, I didn't notice. I'm now jogging like this.
We did. No, it was just you were trying to express something.
Also remember that if you hook that up.
Yeah, they can't. We
That's
can't.
okay. No, that's fine.
They can't talk. Well, we can't hear them talk.
But this might help a little bit. Well, because this is an interesting story. So Paul said those very lovely things to me. He's 12 years old.
Wow.
And from the outside in, he's thrilled. But then my daughter said the best. She said, Mom, a lot of people lately are asking me, oh, is it just so wonderful to have Forbes Riley as your mother? And isn't she just the best? And McKenna says, yeah, it's kind of like chocolate. You know how you eat a piece of chocolate, it's just so wonderful. But then if you eat the chocolate every day, at every meal, all the time, you just don't want chocolate anymore. So my mom is the best tasting chocolate ever. And then I said, yes, and I'm a little nuts. And she says, I just tell people, isn't that sweet? Well, because she's like, you can only get so motivated. It's like, Mom, I got it.
Yeah.
But then I appreciate that. So what you might want to do in a little downtime, a little quiet time, is go, if I was McKenna, if I was Forbes Riley's daughter, and Forbes is a woman who's gone through all of this stuff and come out the other side kind of confident. I've done a lot of this work on myself. What would you be like if I was your mom growing up? See, I wanted my babies. I not only wanted my babies so much, I was 42. I just lost both my parents. So imagine if you were that baby. And I wanted you more than anything. That I was willing to go through injections. I had to go through a whole in vitro process. I spent tens of thousands of dollars to make those babies. I didn't really have that kind of money. I just wanted them so bad. Because I know that having a little girl is the most important thing in the world. See, because little girls look at their mommy and want to be their mommy. I wanted you to dress up. And so if you were mine, you would have been wearing fun little clothes and very loved. And your birthdays would have been very special because that's what I wanted for my kids. And then somebody once said to me, she didn't want to have kids because she was afraid she'd have a boy. I said, I had no brothers, but I will tell you, I have a son who cuddles me, who loves me, who I thought was the most beautiful little boy in the whole world. First time he got naked, I'm like, what is that? What do you do with it? I didn't even know. Little boy said, they're kind of a little weird. Big balls, little penis. I don't know. I'm like, I have no idea what to do with a little boy. I loved every day of that little boy. I've never been to a baseball game. I couldn't wait to watch him wear his hat and do all that. So you need to replace your mom with somebody like me who just loves you and tell the story that, you know what? I was wanted and loved and cherished. And I will tell you, when you start to believe that, because if we kind of believe that we're all God's children, see, I also believe, bear with me here, that you choose your parents.
Yes.
Hmm.
I'm gonna make you sick.
No.
I chose to go through everything that I went through.
Because we have something to learn.
Yeah.
But you also have something to teach.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
You see, this is what you may not know. This one work. You work with abused children.
Yes.
You give so much. If you hadn't done that, you wouldn't be who you are. But you as a little girl need to have a little bit more love and go, you know what? I am special. And again, change your memories. Your memories are not real. They're a movie. Why do we choose, you know, I don't go to horror movies ever. I see the trailer and I'm like, why would I ever want to put that into my head like that? When the movie Saw came out, the dark side of me wanted to see it. And then I thought, if you see that, folks, you will forever be in a different direction that you don't want to go, and you can't unsee something. Your brain doesn't know, and I get this too, which is why I think movies like that and slasher movies should be banned. Because when you see a movie about somebody cutting up somebody, people, that's a roadmap for some people. I watched Dexter, the TV series, and as clever as it was, it's a roadmap. And there's people out there going, I could try that. And I know that to be true because that's how the brain works. So why wouldn't you put a beautiful memory? Find a movie that you love. I did it with Roman Holiday. You know, I just kept thinking of what it would be to be like a princess and Audrey Hepburn and how cute it must be to all of it. And I spent time with my brain to the point that your brain doesn't know what's real and what's not real. Enjoy that. I mean, I have the ability to actually get into, I love movies so much because I actually would go to those places. I would be in my mind part of that. I was talking to the man that I'm seeing and very much in love with. Mel Gibson came on the other day and he's like, I'm like, stop. How can you be jealous of a guy that's not real? I said, in that movie, I watched Year of Living Dangerously hundreds of times because he was so sexy. He's like, stop saying that. I'm like, no, you don't understand. That was my love. That's how I learned to love. That's how I learned to do a lot of my things because I didn't have a lot of teachers. So I found ones that were very romantic. I traveled the world when I was 20 because I had to go see the places that I'd already been to in my mind. I'd already been to Rome, and I'd already been to the Eiffel Tower. I'd already been to the Parthenon in BC. In my mind, I'd been those places. It's really fun. And if you look at life that way, it becomes much more wonderful because you can go away anytime you want. Put on your favorite movie and live there for a moment. It's no different. When we do virtual reality, my son, and I know I'm right, I watch my son sit for hours with kids all over the world with his headphones on, and he's in a room shooting other people with camera. What is it? He's not there. Why is he playing it? Because in his mind, your mind does not know the difference. He is there. Well, so why would being in the game be any different than being in a movie or being in a book? Reality on some level sucks. So change it.
I used to do that when I was a kid on a daily basis to put myself to sleep. Imagine that I was in a different home, a different childhood, and
then enjoy that.
But I stopped doing it as an adult.
Well, I'm going to give you permission
Mm-hmm.
to do it again. Because the crazy fun thing though, so if none of this is real and thoughts create actions,
Mm-hmm.
when you start thinking differently, different things happen. And so what if it was all much more magical than we'd ever imagined? Business is a game. And that's all that it is. And if you choose to be happy, I know it sounds crazy, and I will tell you something, if you don't surround yourself with people who think the way that we do, you can go live with people who bitch every day about the government, the economy, the state of whatever, because that's also their game.
Mm-hmm.
You want to play the game of war or the game of life or Monopoly or Trouble or Chutes and Ladders or Candyland. And I almost want to say, I remember thinking, the people who go crazy are lucky. Because they just said, none of this is real. I'm going to go jump off the deep end and live in that world. I don't have to live here because the physical world, and if you watch The Matrix, which I highly recommend for everyone, who's to say that which one is real? Okay? So if we go, wow, that's kind of cool, between The Matrix and The Wizard of Oz, if those things are real, then a lot of what we do in this life doesn't make sense to me at all. We waste a whole lot of bullshit time. So we could just be happy. But we haven't. So it's like this evil force that says, you must keep making money. You must stay employed. You must go to school from 8 to 5. You must get, who are you? Who is that? That's like the evil guy. Well, screw you. I don't have to do that. Unfortunately, if you were my daughter, you've gotten that lesson. My daughter's like, I don't want to go to high school anymore. What am I doing? I kind of agree with you. We set these things up. There's too many of us. So we set up these artificial rules to keep us in line. If we tax you enough, I mean, think about this. If there were no taxes, one, there'd be no rules, there'd be no roads, there'd be a lot of things. But if you didn't have to worry about that, you'd do nothing all day. You'd sit around, you'd hang out, you'd chat, you'd have sex, go to the beach, you wouldn't do anything. So we set up a little system that says, wait, we can't have these people just sitting around. They have to do something, right? Yeah, we have to, I need you to be productive. So figure out what it is that you do and start paying me taxes and make some money so you can buy some food. And we did this to each other. I'm quite the rebel. If everyone thought like me, no one would ever go to work. And luckily, a lot of people don't believe what I'm saying. And that's okay.
Because otherwise you wouldn't be able to fly anywhere or go to a restaurant and have your food.
But I also believe that people act self-interestedly. So the pilots who fly actually want to keep flying because they love what they do. There are people out there who love what they do. But there's so many unhappy people. You know what we do to unhappy people? We give them alcohol. We give them drugs. We numb them so they don't have to function. And I've watched this happen. And this was one of my favorite books growing up called Anvil of the Heart. But all of a sudden, pot is legal. And you know what pot does? Just numbs you. You're just happy. So you don't have to fight back, so that the people in power, whatever they are, get to do what they want to do. That's their game, by the way. It's not any better or worse. But the majority of people go, fine. So just step into my little world for a second. And, Anvil of the Heart. See, now it's a book I don't even know if you can find. It's a dime store novel. I have it. It's Anvil, A-N-V-I-L. B-I-L. So I should go get it. You actually look at it and go, why would I ever read this book? But if you ever have a miracle happen?
Lots of them.
Like what?
My kids.
How are your kids a miracle?
Them being born, I have lots of miracles.
Read another one.
Having my business without knowing what I was doing and still open after 10 years.
Okay. So let's stop for a second. Can you just write this down? Acknowledge one of the miracles in your life right now. Well, okay. Being born, not many people think, no, but you wouldn't commit suicide if you believe that you're being born was a miracle. You wouldn't give that up. Anvil of the Heart. What? Oh, look at you. Oh, wow. That's it. Actually, that's not the cover I have. I have a very weird cover on my one. So Anvil of the Heart was a gift, that was a miracle for me. Okay? That sounds crazy. I've never done this in any class before. I've never had anybody even, I've never done this. I was in New York. I just come home from a ski tour. Come home to my one bedroom, and actually it was a walk-through kind of apartment. My roommate and I had in New York City, a little galley kitchen. I don't cook very well, and I don't smell well because I've had broken my nose too many times. And so I come home, it was Academy Award night, it was Sunday night. I call my parents, I was like, hey, I'm home. I'm going to put some chicken in. I can't wait to watch the Academy Awards. I unpacked my stuff. I took the chicken out of the freezer. I stuck it into the broiler, turned the gas on, went out and did whatever it is I was doing. About a half hour later, I come back. I open up the broiler. It's still cold. I forgot to light the pilot light. I take a match out. Bam. Blew myself across the kitchen. Lost all the skin on my arm, all my hair, my eyebrows. I'm grateful that I closed my eyes because I have my eyes. I could have easily been blinded at that moment. Smoke everywhere. I call my parents. I'm in absolute shock. I'm like, I think I'm in trouble. The door opens down the hallway. It's my roommate. She's like, there's been an explosion in the building. And I'm like, it's me. And got rushed to the hospital. It's very painful when you have a burn. So they kind of cleaned me up and sent me home, and I was absolutely miserable. Now, somehow this book found its way into my hands. I have no idea how. I don't understand it. It's not a book I would ever read. Even the cover is kind of like this sci-fi guy, and I started to read this book as though God said, take a breath, read this. And it's kind of a silly book about a guy in the future who, I just tried to read it with my son, it was hard to read, who has 2 kids who've been genetically formulated, who don't like him, his wife's stoned on some drug in the future, and he finds a pair of sneakers and just figures out how to run and regain his life when all of the world doesn't make sense to him. And I read this book very slowly over the course of a week. It's all I did was sit on this crazy little futon thing that I had in the 80s and read this book. When I finished the book, the phone rang. And it was my agent. My agent said, I have an audition for you for the lead in a movie. I looked in the mirror. I had a hard time seeing me. My hair was all that kind of crinkly orange shit that whatever happens. I had no eyebrows. I had marks all over my face. My hand, because they don't cover it. And I said, and all I heard was, show up. So I said, okay, I'll go on the audition. Which was like the stupidest thing. I would have never done it had it been for the book. And so I went to the hairdresser. I got all my hair cut off really short, so I have short hair. And I did things I'd never done. I put on false eyelashes. I put on a lot of makeup. I wore a really cute top with a really short black skirt, high heels, did everything, and covered my arm as best as I could. The lead, this character was a great character. She was a journalist, married to an ex-cop, something was going on in the subway of New York, and it was a great character. And I thought, wow, Walked in, and I remember shaking the director's hand. I was going to die. He grabbed my hand, and it was the absolute worst pain I've ever felt. And I had this kind of, I don't know, I did the character. He looked at me and said, oh, God, you have a callback. I'm like, okay. I come back a couple of days later, and now I'm sitting in a room with all these other fairly well-known actresses. They're all kind of nervous, and I'm thinking, stupid, stupid little girls. I almost died last week. You're not thinking about life right. And I went in and I crushed the audition. I got the lead in a feature film called Underground, an Urban Nightmare. Fun movie, but I got it at a time when I should have just lied there and felt sorry for myself. I don't know how it all worked out, but it did. And that one book was the catalyst, crazy catalyst. Think differently. You don't have to live in this world. You don't have to accept the way things are, but we're told to. And so part of the permission program, you know, they kind of laughed at me last week. I don't need permission. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You ask permission all the time. And even in Bradley's office, I found a picture of a sign I took. This is something about you find your greatness when you stop asking for permission. Okay. So one, I'm going to give you permission to stop telling the story of your past. If somebody asks you, who's your mom? You know, my mom loved me. I had a great mom. My mom she had 3 daughters. Start telling that to yourself. Why wouldn't you? Does the other story feel any better? It's a story. I'm a great mom. You know, the only reason I tell it's the story of my family and whatever tragedies I went through is because it helps tell the story. If it's not serving, you don't tell it. My mom was 260 pounds. That's why I'm in fitness. I would like to say that my mom was a super fit fashion model who had great taste in clothes, and that's how I learned. I can't tell that now because I've already told the truth. But I probably should have at some point stopped letting her go, let that go. I also sought other role models. I was bound and determined to figure it out, and I put myself in some crazy situations. I got a job in a 15-room for the Mr. and Mrs. Grace, one of the most successful old world families, right? I became their social secretary. Didn't know even what that word meant, but I could live in their apartment. And I come from a lot of old, and they used to entertain barons and earls and princes. I had no idea what I was doing. I wore baggy clip. I had a dancer mentality. I looked kind of goofy. And one day when Mrs. Grace said, get Louis Vuitton out of the trunk, and I said, who's in the trunk? And she said, you'll learn. And I said, I will. I will. I don't know what my mom wore muumuus, and we had plastic on the green couch that sat in the living room my entire life in a tiny 1,300 square foot apartment in a house with one bathroom. And I could never have done all, I mean, I would have loved to have learned more. So I did. I found role models. So Mrs. Grace for a long time became my role model. How did she dress? What was her Chanel suits? What kind of jewelry did she wear? How did her nails look? Because I didn't know any of this. Okay? So stop with, we did Forbes Factor. Move on from that. What is your business right now?
It's a counseling center, and we work with people who use drugs, alcohol, and men and women who use violence with their partners.
Okay, so the company makes money, yes?
Not as much as I'd like it to.
Okay, well, so this is an interesting thing. You're not going to tell me the exact number, but go right on this piece of paper, write down how much money your company grosses. Just turn it over. I don't want to see it. They don't want to see it. Okay. Turn it over, right. And this is actually important for all. Write down how much money you gross a year. What does it say on your taxes? Now, here's a really funny thing about this. We probably, I don't want to do it over Skype, but we probably should say out loud to each other exactly what we grossed. You know why? Because it's kind of like your weight. It's a reality. It's a number. If you don't like it, what do we have to do to fix it? What do you have to actually do to add the zero? Well, if I don't know where you're starting and you don't want to admit to how do we know where we're going? It's kind of like your accountant. So maybe I don't have a non-disclosure, but I don't want to necessarily know. But I probably can kind of figure it out anyway. So there's a number that your company grosses, and there's a number that you net at the end of the year. Write that number down.
My company makes and then what I...
Yeah, because what you get at the end of the year is your money. You know, because then I'm not going to do that. That's the next level of all of this, because I have forensic accountants, people who come in, not unlike Courtney, who'll sit down and go, look, let me share something with you. You make this, but you're not really making this. Here's the bottom line of what you're taking home. Here's your expenses. Which one is more? Sometimes your expenses are way out. Well, if your expenses are more, then you're in debt, you're unhappy. Okay? What do we do to fix that? Maybe we need to add another business, another source of income that you hadn't thought about. No, but that's not the answer. Okay, so let me ask you a question. Okay, so is the net number minus your expenses positive or negative at the end of every month? Your net income to you minus your personal expenses, what you spend money on. Do you have anything left over at the end of the month? All right, well okay, so that's another thing to look at. Again, this is why Business Mastery is a 2-day that leads into a longer course, because when's the last time you looked at your credit card statement and realized that the Netflix and the Fandango and the this one and the that one and the ClickFunnels may not be worth it? Sometimes you can cut your expenses. I know that my haircut, getting my hair colored, charges $200 every 5 weeks. $200. I started doing some of my own roots. Now it's every 7 weeks, right? I just don't want to be spending that, because the less I spend, the less I have to make to have the same amount at the end of the year. Again, when you're not a business person, you're an artist, you don't think about this shit. Right, so Josh, I don't think about this. Right. No, but even so, what is it that you need? How much investing in your company, and what is it you can do to market differently? So that's part of what this whole thing is about. So so are we going to work on your business? That's what we're going to build today. Is it?
Not this one?
Yeah. Is there anything else that you want to be doing? Is there another business you have in mind?
Oh yeah, I don't want to work. I work anywhere from 60 to 70 hours a week, and I want to do that.
So you don't want to do that anymore?
Yeah, because I'm somewhat like the product.
What do you want to be doing?
I want to go out and be somewhat of a motivational speaker.
Great. Done. That's all I need to hear.
Okay.
Good. Next. Love that. Perfect.
Yeah.
I got it. I got it. Good. Let's give a big round of applause.
Thank you.
Good, good, good. Selena, hot seat. Come, come, come.
Uh-oh.
How are you guys doing in the audience there? You okay? Miss Pat?
Yes.
Can't hear me.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, yeah.
No, then don't answer me. Just smile. All right, Miss Selena.
Just smile.
Hi, everyone.
All right, so come a little closer because I don't bite except on Tuesday. All right, so tell everybody about you.
Hi, I am Dr. Selena Baker. I am a wife.
I'm Dr. Selena Baker.
Hi, guys.
Okay, thank you, thank you. Because here's the crazy thing. I hate to pick on James, but don't do it, James. James, the guy who got on stage in front of 9,000 people, when I asked him what he wanted, he didn't say anything. You never know who you're talking to. At any moment when you've got an opportunity to do this, if we are recording, at some point somebody's listening, is going, oh man, she's awesome. She's what I was looking for. Don't blow opportunities. Go.
Hey, hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Selena Baker. I am a wife, mom, pharmacist, entrepreneur, an online marketer. How about that?
Good, 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 guys. She's also been through Forbes Factor. What did you get from
Yeah.
Forbes Factor?
I got more of, I need to step in my power, that I'm actually really powerful in what it is that I'm doing. And I just need to express that.
Oh, what's your animal, baby girl?
It's still a lioness.
Oh, all
It's
right.
still a lioness. I went through all the other ones, and the other ones were more of loners. Like they were more solo.
Now, okay, hang on a second.
Mhm.
That's interesting because we asked Maria to pick an animal, and I'm gonna tell you something. If you were to describe an elephant, what would be 3 things that you would say about an elephant?
That their memory is awesome.
Memory,
Their skin is tough,
skin is tough.
and that they stick together.
Okay,
That's fun.
but now what I'm gonna share with you is the essence that Maria took from it to find her strength was that that elephants are leaders.
Mhm.
You didn't say that.
Mhm.
You saw what you saw from an elephant.
Mhm.
That they are the mother takes care of other. You didn't say that. So for when I say an animal, well, the reason I'm going is Selena picked lion. I personally going to keep fighting her on this because I think lion is too complacent for her. I see a sexier, sleeker cat. So what she just came back was, oh, no, those don't fit because you looked at the trait of a loner. That's not even interesting to me. Give me another trait that you didn't resonate with.
Oh, yeah, I didn't resonate with one of them that doesn't roar because I have a big voice. Or at least I feel like I have a big voice, and I'm not quiet like that. So
Now stop. Does she sound like she has a big voice to you, Courtney?
You have a lovely voice, but it's not.
Listen, go ahead.
I think my voice is deeper and much stronger as your voice if I really use it.
So if you're going to be a lion,
Mhm.
then you better be one because you're not right now. And that's what I'm not. You're not. So your voice, if you think that you have that, then get me a picture of one. Yeah, we'll step into it and own it. Yeah. Show me a picture. Go. Because sometimes in our head, we have a vision of what we are, and it doesn't serve where we want to go or how people really think we are. I didn't want an ant for you. By the way, what was your animal?
Panther.
All right, I got to work on that.
Because I did like Panther. They had grace, beauty.
So, okay.
But the thing is, they're.
No. Let me show something. You don't have to actually be the animal and go live in a tree by yourself. That isn't the point. No. But look at this. A panther has power, strength, courage, and grace. Well, that's not you.
Right.
You could.
Do the same thing. Lioness symbolize royalty.
They do not have.
And I have that.
Let me see. I don't see. When I think of a female lioness, I don't think of grace.
I don't either.
Because they're the one that go out.
Well, she's more fierce than.
She's fierce, but she's a mom, and she's this, and that's what you're already doing. That I'm not. That's not. You're already taking care of your cub. That's all you do right now. You kill for your cub, right? But
Yeah,
you-
and they're the one to make sure that the pride eats, and I am that person. Like
But
I am that. I make sure.
But have we done that? Are we over that for the moment?
Okay.
It's not you as a power, strength, beauty. That's the things that are missed. That's not, a lion is not those things. And that's what I see for you. Beyond, you're already a lion, baby. You already go out and hunt and kill. You take care of your man. You take care of your kid. You work. That's all you do. I'd like Selena to show up. Sexy. Fast. And maybe alone. Not that you take, just to the lion side can be at home. Leave her right there. Okay. But in the public eye, I think she's what? What do you think she is? In the public eye, forget being a mom and a wife and all those things. Well, panther, jaguar, cougar.
The same. I found out.
Oh, really? Panther?
Yeah.
Panther and jaguar are the same.
Yeah. Yeah, they're like
tiger.
They're the same family.
Right.
Okay.
And puma and cougar is the same. I just realized.
They jump high.
I would have to see, from what I've seen with her work factor and
Yeah.
everything, I have to say something like a panther or a puma, one of the two.
Because there's a sexiness to you that I would like you to hold that image for a while and explore it. By the way, this is not an end-all, be-all. You can walk, and I actually, in my acting class, I have people walk around in one of my classes. You actually walk around as the animal until you got it. Because you, my dear, are not a panther just yet. I want you to be. We may have to go in the other room and walk around as our animal. Because there's a thing that I get when I see Pant that I want Miss Selena to do. I want you to stop being a fucking lion. No, but you have to understand. This is a woman who has to take care of this little baby. I get it. She is there. She's the most protective, amazing mom. It's exhausting her to be this character for a while. And I just want you to step for a moment into you.
It's on Trello. I have all of them.
So when we hold that image, oh yeah, baby, you live your life like that.
Yeah.
But it's weighing you down. It means you got to go out and hunt and kill all the time. And you got to take care of the whole family. These guys are kind of alone. I want to see you out there. I want to see you out there alone for a little bit. We have to pull up a picture of the sexiest cat you've ever seen, like a sexy jaguar. Black, sleek, I don't know.
Those are all my images of them.
That's who. Okay.
It is.
Okay, wait.
That's part you there. Right?
That is part you.
That's awesome. I love it.
Okay, that's who you are in life.
Right, and I think that's why I've been embodying, and then I actually branded myself that way. I am the Lion Queen, but I get it. So, because I already branded, I will try to present myself as a panther.
You know, by the way, now can I share one more thing?
Yeah.
It can be our secret.
Yes, I get it.
Give me fine. Yeah, thank you. I'm fine. So,
I-
yes, it'll be our secret. You can still outwardly be the lioness. I get it.
Yeah.
But inside, it's the inner cougar. I think that's what I need. But
Technically, I am a cougar. My man is younger than me.
there you go. But look, okay, so stop for a second. What just happened over here, Miss Fierce? All of a sudden, she just did that. You didn't do that as a lion. Now I got my inner cougar going on. I got my man is younger. I got all this hair. I got this now. Now introduce yourself. Tell them who you are.
Hello, everyone. I am Dr. Selena Baker, and I love to help other entrepreneurs make more money and cut the crap.
Bingo. Okay. Now I'm going to replay.
Yeah.
As a lion, it was I am a wife and a mother and then a doctor and then an entrepreneur. See what you just did when you were the lion?
Mm-hmm.
What you just did now? I like to help others. That's you. I knew I was right. Well, I am. It's him. You know why? Because I'm not you. And you're going to be always right when you look at me because you're just not me. Because you can see it. You can all see it when it's not you. Mm-hmm. But now that you're getting that, I want a picture of this sexy, sleek thing. You just keep it on the screensaver, behind the screensaver. Uh-huh. Every time you need to go, ooh, there she is. That's who I am. You just had a whole other attitude. The whole way you introduce yourself, I am doctor. You nailed that. Mm-hmm. I own it. Here's what my mission is. And by the way, I'm also these things as well. That's the ground of me. But on top, I'm going to help you I'm going to teach. Yeah. Okay. So what do you do for a living?
Okay. I am a part-time pharmacist, and I also have a health and wellness business.
Let's stop discounting that you're a doctor. Okay. Mm-hmm. I love Justin D. I love Snow, whatever. They're not a doctor. Could you own that?
It took her 3 days for us to find out she was even a doctor.
If I was a doctor, I don't care if I was a doctor of philosophy. I'm Dr. Forbes Ryan. I would have that. I'm so sorry I didn't get a little doctorate. Because it takes a lot of work at every level. Yes?
Yes.
Yeah, how hard was it to be a doctor?
It was really hard.
And by the way,
it was a lot of focus, a lot of sacrifice, a lot of locking yourself in a library.
So let's not discount that. I am a doctor. One step up. God is over here. Doctor's right below. No, but that's how doctors are perceived in this country. Yeah. I have to check with my doctor before I start an exercise. But I don't even care who the doctor is. I have to check with one of them. They are better people. They are a doctor.
You're right. I think what made me shrink a little bit is because how people treated me. As even though I am a doctor, even though I am a pharmacist, but they treated me like I was a store clerk.
Because you're a girl.
Yeah, like a store clerk, like in that I didn't know anything, or so I was treated roughly all the time, especially when I'm in my practice setting.
Really?
And I tried to tell them.
Why do you think that was? Because you get what you tolerate.
Right.
Sorry. Mine.
In retail, you always you have to bite your tongue, even if someone is being a certain way. And I got to a point where I kind of got sick of it, so I kind of stopped. But I just did that to keep my job, and now it's just like I don't care.
Okay, no, but let's go back.
Yeah.
No, let's go back. So I don't know if you noticed, but I am a woman, and I've been fighting uphill a lot lately. The more I put myself out there, the more I'm fighting. But there's difference between you and me. I'm not shrinking down. Fuck it, I'm who I am.
Right.
Apparently, I've become so bold, I've pissed a whole lot of people off. Because I'm tired of it. But I'm going to tell you something. I would look at you too right now and think that you were the clerk. Because that's how you carry yourself. And that's what you tolerate. So what does it take for you? You're young. That's the other thing. We discount young people. If I'd listened to my 14-year-old, I'd be a multimillionaire because I'd have bought Bitcoin at $200. She was young. If a business associate had come to me and said, buy it, I would have bought it. So all I did was look at her and discount her because of her age. Yeah. She's smarter than all of us, but we don't see it. You are young. You are black. You are pretty. You look like a cheerleader. How could you possibly have a brain in that head? And by the way, if you looked at you, you'd think the same thing. Walk into a store, you're behind the counter, looking how you are. Would you have treated you a whole lot different? Look at you. You look like a kid.
Yeah, I get that a lot. But where's the pharmacist? I'm standing right here. You're the pharmacist. Yes, I'm the pharmacist. Where's the other gentleman? And it always go back to like, where's the other white gentleman? Or no, seriously, it's really bad. Like if I'm at work and then I give advice and it's just like, oh no, really they discredit anything I say and they want to like speak to my white counterpart, black.
I don't know if you noticed. Did you know that God is white too? God. Apparently, I've ever seen a picture of God as the Italians carved him and painted him.
I don't think he's white.
No. But I don't think he's a he. Let's get real about what he is.
Yeah.
Well, but look at what we have been looking at or praying to, whatever it is, because we want an older white guy.
Right.
Look at the presidents of the United States. They are older white guys. All of that is just fucking bullshit, but it doesn't matter. You go to a doctor, you want the white hair. Okay. So we live in a time where we know that's not true. We still can't change it.
Right.
So, but you don't get to have that reaction. Trust me, there are 3 women who spoke at this conference. And everyone was put on at lunchtime when there was nobody in the audience.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. Oh, I watched what they did.
Yeah.
I've had women I don't know if you read one of Grant's things, least favorite speaker. I had 30 minutes out of everybody out of 24 hours of speaking or 48. And I get to be some people's least favorite. because I fucking push buttons, because I'm a girl who demanded attention, because I made you feel and I did what I do. How wonderfully polarizing, and yay for me. The difference between you and me right now is now this is fueling me and you go, you fucking asshole.
Mm-hmm.
So, but the question is, if you would look at you too, you walk into a pharmacist, who would you trust? You or the older white guy?
I would trust me, but I know
would
as
you?
somebody, yeah, and you don't understand, like when I go into like certain areas, especially like in professional or health settings and stuff like that, I get so excited when I see a Black person or anybody else. Like, that's just me though. I get excited. And I'm like, I really believe everything. Like I'm like, wow, like I went to bring my son to a pediatrician, and just so happened it was a Black lady, and I was excited, and I'm just like, yeah, so what you get, like, I want to talk to you about what it is that you know.
It's so funny because
I think differently, but I know that society wise they
no bullshit.
Like,
but no, stop. No. I felt the same way. My guy who fixed my tooth, facial surgeon, older Black guy, and I looked at him and he was just he's like salt of the earth, and I'm like, I had a moment going, dude, you're really good at what you do, aren't you? And he's like, because I had to ask him because I'm nervous. He's like, I'm really good. I'm like, I get that you are, because I know you had to fight harder to get there.
Right.
But just the way you discounted, this is the lion in you. Mm-hmm. And you just said society. Like, there is no such thing as society. It's actually your opinion of what society is.
Right.
There is no such thing as society. You can go anywhere in this world and find a society that will believe what you believe. And that's what I've come to understand. So for you to say your vision of it is they must be right. No, it's a couple of people who walked up to you. But I'm going to tell you, because of it, you don't carry yourself well enough. You do not demand enough respect. And you can't get mad at them. People are stupid. It's wonderful how stupid people are. When you talk to them, do you have the demeanor? Do you show up like you know what you're talking about?
Well, when I'm at work, yes.
Do you?
I believe so.
I'd be curious to see you do that, because we're at a time in our lives where we're open. I think you buy into a little bit. And I think as soon as somebody says, show me the real pharmacist, you get that. And you...
Yeah, I do. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, I'm standing right here.
Okay, so let's give you a different... No. But they're going to say that you know that. Mm-hmm. See, it's a funny thing about people.
Or like, there's times where the technician, especially if it's a white male, then they're like, are you the pharmacist? Yes, I'm the pharmacist. You sure he's not the pharmacist? Yeah, I'm sure.
No, stop. No. So let's stop.
Then they still go and talk to them, and then they have to go and say, I need to ask the pharmacist. I can't answer that question. Then I'm sitting here like, you should have talked to me in the first place.
Stop.
So
No. Shh. Listen, no, stop. Stop. I know what, baby girl. I'll do a magic trick for you every day of the week and always get the answer right. People behave the exact same way. You know this. What has not changed is you. What has not changed. Now listen to this. The most important thing you're going to learn today. I got really tired when I had my babies of everyone going, so you're breastfeeding? Oh, you're not breastfeeding, but you're bad. Every single person I met had the same ridiculous. And I'm trying to fight with them. At one point I turned to Tom, who's very smart, and I said, I don't know what to do here. I said, I'm so tired of this lactating Nazi thing in California. I don't want to breastfeed my children. I'm not breastfed. I have no allergies. How do I get them to leave me alone? You know what he said? Next time somebody asked you, are you still breastfeeding? He said, no, I just want to be good friends.
What?
Ask me if I'm asking.
It threw me off.
Right. So what changed? Not the question. What was the answer? Ask if I'm breastfeeding my babies. No, I just want to be good friends.
Yeah, that's unexpected.
So what I did was I shut them up, made them feel stupid. There's no back to that. And you go away. Because I don't want to have the conversation. It's none of your fucking business if I'm breastfeeding. I just want to be good friends. And you're going to leave going, conversation over. And it was the best thing, because I must have said it about 150 times. And then they stopped asking. It was awesome. So I'm going to challenge you to find an answer and an attitude and just kind of go, yeah, told you. Mm-hmm. As opposed to this is what you're doing. we're going to find another answer for you. Going, because what do they say? So role play with me. So I'm standing behind the counter. Talk to me. What do they normally say to you?
How may I speak to the pharmacist?
I am the pharmacist.
Are you really the pharmacist?
Are you really a patient? No, stop it. No. I know. That was sweet. No, but do you think I'm kidding? If you did that to me, I go, are you really the patient? What would you say next?
Well, depending on who it is that said it, there's so many different things.
Go ahead, find another one.
Are you really going to talk to me with that attitude?
Oh, baby, let me tell you something. My job, I'm trained. How many years do you have to go to school for this?
About 8 years.
Yeah, no,
7 years.
In my 8 years of pharmacy, you know, it's funny because I'm one of the top graduates in my class. What's your question?
That's what's up.
Shut them down. Mm-hmm. With a smile, with a joke, with a literally look in your eye, because you know they're going to ask you that. You know what? And you're not doing that.
Yeah.
I know you're not.
Because, I think what it is just that I've done stuff like that before or something, and then I get called and it goes to corporate. It'll be something small, like, I try to help somebody and then it goes to, what I'm saying? I get called corporate a lot quicker. So I try to stay in my little, I think that's what it is. I try so hard to not get in trouble.
But in our field, somewhat similar. If we're not getting in trouble, then we're not doing our job right.
Yeah, no, I mean, because I'm in corporate where all the customers are right, no matter what it is that they.
You're not being rude. No.
Yeah.
No.
I have been people pull it out.
Attitude is more offending to the customer.
Right. And it doesn't matter. Let them go complain. I kind of like that, doing a joke or saying, "Are you really the pharmacist?" Well, when I graduated top of my class, that's what it says on my certificate. And I'm not kidding. You're not saying any of these things. I know you're not.
I'm not. I know I'm not saying that.
And you're not.
I think it's because
you can say it with a smile on
your
face.
Because they just, by the way, they just fucking dissed you.
Right.
So you have a moment going, when I graduated top of my class, it says Dr. Pharmacy. How can I help you?
And how many years of experience do you have between the education?
But you just have to, you don't understand, you have to smile. You have to know they're going to ask you this.
10 years of practice. Yeah.
They're going to ask you this. Yeah, well, can we hang on a second? So you guys, hang on a second. How brilliant was that, by the way? Yeah. You know she's not doing it. No. I'm going to work with you and record you. Because you're going to have so much more fun. If you know they're always going to walk up to you and say the same thing, your answer gets to change. Don't be sassy or rude. That's not what we're saying. Just like you couldn't hear Lion for a while, you're not going to hear this for a while. You're going to go home and go, she's so right. And you're going to play with it. So go ahead, ask her. Say,
can I see the pharmacist, please?
I'm the pharmacist.
Really?
Wait. I am the pharmacist. How can I help you?
Oh, yeah. I'm the pharmacist. How can I help you?
Are you sure you're the pharmacist?
Well, the 10 years of practice, yeah.
No, that was no, that's defensive, my girl. Yeah. That will get you in trouble.
Okay.
That's me being I'm a bitch.
Yeah. It's a fine line with me.
No. You got it. No, you have it. You're still the fucking lion. Yeah. Play with me. Go ahead.
Okay. You're the pharmacist?
Isn't that funny? You're the patient. I love this game. How can I help you?
Okay. Well, I need to ask about this.
If I'll put them. Trust me. If it's a game, it's not my 10 years. You ask me again. Okay.
I'd like to speak to the pharmacist.
I am the pharmacist. How can I help you?
Really? You're the pharmacist?
It's so funny.
You look like my teenage daughter.
It's so funny. People say that to me all the time, but it's funny. When I graduated top of my class, that piece of paper I've got hanging on the wall says, I am the pharmacist. How can I help you?
That's freaking awesome. Yes, you can help me.
You got to find the groove, because I can shut her down with a smile and off put, because I am the pharmacist, baby. You're not. You're not.
It wasn't offensive at all.
Right.
Because you keep thinking in your head that she's being rude. And she's not. She's looking at a teenager here. You look 18 years old, okay? So everyone's going to say that to you. So enjoy the shit out of it.
Yeah, be happy that
it's not defensive.
I thought you were kidding. When you told me first that you were a pharmacist, I was like, damn, she's really young. That's
Right.
awesome.
And then if somebody says,
That's what I
and then if somebody says, you know, you're really young, you know, and I have great skin cream too.
That part, when they say that,
Yeah?
I say it nicely.
What do you say? What do you say?
Yeah, I was like, I get that all the time.
No, that's not the answer.
No, it's like, you're so young to be
Yeah,
a
so
pharmacist.
you're so young to be a
like,
pharmacist, is what you say to me.
no,
But
that's
I
just
also
like,
said
yeah.
that's awesome. That's it. You know.
Right. And then I was just like, yeah, I know, I get that all the time. But you know what? And
No, but that's not enough of
but
a joke. That's not enough. It's not that I get it all the time, you know? That's what great skin cream will do for you.
Yeah, and then I do tell them that. I told them several times. Like, it depends on the situation, but sometimes I tell them that too. And I say, oh yeah, I use artistry. I stopped aging at 26. And I used to tell them that.
No, but hang on.
artistry,
See, the answers that you're giving are confusing people. Even aren't they?
Yeah.
We got to tweak your answers.
Uh-huh.
Because you're smart, you have a different side of your brain. I'm not that smart, so my answers are bad. No, because I don't care as much.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I want you to get. I want you to be that little panther tree going, somebody's fuck with you. Yeah, really simple. So we're going to come up with a whole slew of answers for you. Because when you do, you're going to have more fun at work. But you got to get over your own sense of the white guy. Hey, fuck it. That's not, none of that's real. It is whatever it is in society. I'm here to stay. So I'm going to play with you. And if you do that, you won't hate your job as much. Okay. No, I do, because don't you feel that would be a horrible place to be if you got all that time? Because because you're feeling like they're discounting you. In fact, it's a sick compliment. You look 18, you must be too young. You're too pretty to be smart. Am I wrong? Is that what we think? If you're pretty, you can't be smart? That's what society thinks. Damn. Good for me.
Say thank you.
Somebody told me the same thing yesterday.
Yeah, they say he's too pretty to be smart.
No. They said I'm too covered in tattoos to be smart.
What?
Oh. And so now here's my new one.
I'm like, what?
Have you seen my board?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think people are going to say over and over and over again? Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So I come up with all kind of answers to make that work for me because I don't really do what you think. But I know what you're going to say, so let me mess with you. Let me have some fun with this. My favorite is see your son. I have a compliment for that. I can't say it in public. That was an interesting one, yes.
What's happening?
Let's take a quick, we'll get you guys, everybody good? We're not up to what you want to be doing though. You want to be, so before we finish, you want to promote a new network company with, right?
Yeah.
But I got to tell you, I might riff on the pharmacy thing because I think that what we have to do with you is build your personal brand online that you can go off and do anything you want. I don't think you'd be in pharmacist yet.
Okay.
Dr. Selena needs to be more important. So
Yeah, I do. I brand myself just me, and I'm Dr. Selena Baker, the Lion Queen. I brand just
as soon as
me.
you say baby girl,
Uh-huh.
as soon as you fucking say Lion Queen, I lose all respect for you.
Yeah, because
I lose it there as well.
Match.
It's because then you're an African herbal doctor. If you are
Seriously.
am I right? If you're the Lion Queen, that means you come from Africa and you've got herbs and stuff that we want to know about from that culture. But when you say Lion Queen, does it serve her or not serve her?
No.
I don't even hear it in your voice. Now, if you had a voice like mine,
interesting.
that might be a
By the
little
way,
different.
Yes, but you got it. You know what we are? We are people who will not give you a yes answer. We're going to give you honest.
Right.
Yeah.
You can be Lion Queen on something else, but I don't know the purpose of that. What is the purpose of that?
Well, I just talk about Lion Queen Business Coach. I have actually a Lioness Den. The purpose of me doing that was actually to stand out a little bit more from like all the other marketers that I see all the time because they always
No, you know what?
Go do that. This is my. Well, you can't even see it.
It's got nothing to do with who you are.
Yeah.
Nothing to do. First of all, if you're a real, which one of us is a real doctor? Which one is a pretend doctor? I'll be the Lion Queen. You discount who you are.
Mm-hmm. You do. You very much do.
Yeah.
Remember the conversation we were having in the car on the way to the party, and you said, "I'm just a black woman." The fuck you are. You're not. And I tried to tell you that night.
Well, I
Do you remember that? Yeah. You're way more.
Your professional pharmacists are amazing. You can do so much with that knowledge. I thought you were even in your coaching or your business, you
I
can
can
use it in a way that people will look up to you and say,
Yes.
oh, she knows her stuff and she can show me things, how I can be healthy, how I can do.
I think what it was, I was trying to
get away from that.
Yeah, I really was trying to throw pharmacy in the dumpster, like.
But you should.
But I know,
if, something, if you still like it.
I don't anymore.
Sweetheart, I have a great deal of respect for you. We spent some time together during Forbes Factor, and I have a great deal of respect for you.
So do I.
So don't discount when I say I don't hear lying. I just hear other stuff, you know? So doesn't mean you're not strong. She made me change mine. Were you on the call?
Yeah.
She did not like what I had to say.
She didn't like mine either.
So you're not the only one.
I've got your lunch orders. Do you want to do cash or credit card on your lunches?
I love the cash. So okay. This is no, that's not the right card. This one. Business.
Have you ever heard of Susie Cohen?
I heard of Susie Cohen. I don't remember exactly who she is though. I remember that name.